In section 15-1, we are going to do some adjusting entries. We are also going to prepare an unadjusted trial balance. So adjusting account balances is entirely in order to bring up the account balances so that they're as up to date as possible prior to creating our financial statements. So the first step in preparing adjusting entries is you need to prepare a trial balance. So a trial balance is a list of every account that we have and the balance for every account. An unadjusted trial balance is the balances before we did our adjusting entries. So a trial balance before adjusting entries is called an unadjusted trial balance. So here is a portion of an unadjusted trial balance. You'll notice that we have our 3-line heading, always the company name, the name of the document, and then the date. And then we have our account titles, every single account starting at cash, every account balance, total them up, debits should equal credits, and then double underline. So that is the first thing that we need to do before we do our adjustments. We want to make sure our debits equal credits. Now we're ready to adjust to bring certain accounts up to date. So what we need to ask, what are the balances of the accounts being adjusted? So we are adjusting supplies. So first we need to see how much we actually have in our accounting balances in the general ledger. And then we need to decide what should the balances be. So how we decide what they should be is we need to count up how much supplies we actually have on hand. That's what the balance should be, is how much we actually have. So then what do we need to do to correct it? Do we need to add supplies to the balance if we have purchased more, or do we need to decrease it because we have less? So the adjusting entry for supplies. Our supplies on hand was 4,000, or at the beginning of the year, we must have bought some supplies, and it showed we had $4,548.17 worth of supplies. In reality, we counted up the amount of supplies that we had on hand, and we only had $610 left of supplies. So we needed to make an adjustment for $3,938.17. We always debit our expense, and then we need to decrease supplies with a credit. We'll do the same thing for supplies store. So we started out, our balance was $5,049.61, but we really only had $465 worth of supplies on hand, so we need to make a $4,500 adjustment. So those adjustments in the general journal, 2-line entries, debiting expense, crediting supplies. Next, we need to adjust prepaid insurance. So we pay into the prepaid insurance account, but we possibly have had to use some of that money, so we need to update it. So right now, we had a balance of $11,000 for prepaid insurance, but in reality, we only had $2,800 left in there. We've used it for various things, so we needed to make an $8,200 adjustment. $11,000, which is our beginning amount, minus our ending amount of $2,800. So we need to make an $8,200 adjustment. So go through, you can look at these questions, answer them if you would like. And that is section 15-1, adjusting supplies and prepaid insurance.